Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good, they're usually under the radar, not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the niche perfume house of Ahmed al not Ahmed Maghribi. This is Ibrahim Al Qurashi. Ibrahim Al Qurashi is another Middle Eastern perfume house. This time is from Saudi Arabia instead of being United Arab Emirates. Majority of perfume houses from Middle East are from United Arab Emirates, but some of them are from the other countries in the region, and this one is from Saudi Arabia. So House of Ibrahim Al Qurashi has been around for many years. They are one of the very well known perfume houses from the sorry about that, from the region, and they have a super extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio. Many perfumes, probably about hundreds and more than that. And they are quite well known in the perfume fragrance community because they put very nice fragrances out for, especially for the price. So this one is from their leather line. In this line, as far as I know, there are 3 of them. This one is called Massai Leather, and this is EDP 75ml. United Kingdom, it retails for £100, but you can find it discounted if you do your research. If you are interested, you can find it for less price. This one is first thing first, presentation very nice, especially for the price. A very nice bottle, very nice box, everything about it shows quality. When you hold it, when you see it, you just basically, you immediately think this is a high quality fragrance. In terms of performance, I'm happy to say this is very strong. On my skin easily went over 8 hours. On t-shirt and materials goes easily over 10 hours. The next day I woke up, I could still smell it very strongly. It was just like I just applied it right now. To be honest with you, it lasted a very long time. I think even longer than 8 hours on my skin. But because when I was when I was testing it, the day I was testing it, I was so busy. I just basically kept forgetting about the fragrance. But as far as I know, it is easily over 8 hours. So yeah, it's a very strong performer. In terms of projection, I would say an arm length of projection for around 3 to 4 hours, and after that it will slowly subside, but you always have a big bubble, big cloud and a big trail behind you. I put 10 sprays of it, and that was ample enough for me to smell it all day and the next day when I woke up. So it is very strong. Be careful with the trigger. If you are interested and you're going to get it, experiment first and put some 4 to 5 sprays and see if it's ample enough for you, and then increase it from there. So in terms of performance, excellent. In terms of who's it for, this fragrance is definitely for people who like their leather based fragrances. This one is very strong on the leather. The leather in here is quite rugged. It's a little bit on the realistic side, although it's not super challenging or anything like that. It's not funky, it's not it's just a hint of andolicness and a hint of aromaticness in here, but a very small amount. It's not worth even mentioning. It's so small, but nevertheless, this is a true leather fragrance, so you need to like your realistic smell of leather to enjoy this. In terms of age, I would say at least 25 years in order to be in the safe side. In terms of gender, this is bang in the middle, unisex. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem. Overall, it's got a hint of masculinity to it, but again, it's very unisex to my nose. In terms of occasion, this is very opulent, so it's very good for going out, special occasion, evening, formal occasion, for going to dates, clubbing, wedding, things like that. It's very special smell to it. And in terms of season, this is better suited for cooler weather. I think if it's a high heat in the summer, it could be glowing because it's got a big leatheriness and also big sweetness to it. So let's get to the fragrance itself. The fragrance itself is, as I said, is a big as the name suggests, Massai leather. Maasai, as far as I know, is a Kenyan tribe in basically in Kenya. I don't know why they call it Maasai leather. It could be because the people there wear animal skin and things like that. I'm not sure, but it's got a little bit of that animalicness in here, a little bit of andolicness, yes, but not too much, to be honest with you. So if you are looking for a super animalic fragrance, this is not it. Okay, so it's not a super animalic. It is a little bit on the animalic side, a little bit on the andolic side, but it's very, very small amount. Overall, I think this is one of those fragrances that probably majority of people will enjoy and majority of people will like, especially if you like leather fragrances. When he opens up with that orangey mandarin feel, so which is very, very zesty, very bright, very happy zestiness to it, and also a little bit of that sweet and sour feel because of that mandarin orange plus a little bit of maybe bergamot in here. So it opens up a little bit of brightness. Overall, I classify this fragrance as semi-fresh to semi-dark, and also I classify this fragrance as oriental spicy leather. So it is very, very spicy in the same time. So when it opens up very, very nicely with that orangey mandarin feel, but after like 10-15 minutes, that oranginess and zestiness, it will subside very quickly, and you will end up with big white florals in here. So the white florals in here are very, very big, and they are very dominant, especially the tuberose. The tuberose is the biggest player. After tuberose is the orange blossom. After orange blossom is the jasmine. So 3 white florals, and they are very, very big and dominant, and that 3 white florals giving a little bit of andolicness. So a hint of andolicness in here coming from the white florals, and they're giving it that choky, little bit of lactonic feel as well. So a hint of lactonicness, hint of milkiness, and hint of chokiness in here, which is coming from the white florals. And also overall, this is a quite a floral fragrance. I would say this is at least 50% floral to for people who like their florals. It would be very good, but if you're not a big fan of florals, probably this could be a little bit of too much floral for you. After the white florals, you are faced with a big spiciness in here, which is coming from cinnamon, nutmeg, and also saffron, and a little bit of cumin in here. So it's a deep spiciness to this fragrance. Overall, from the beginning to end, it's always spicy, so you need to like spicy perfumes to enjoy it. But the spiciness is ample enough. It's not too much, it's not too little, but it is ample enough to give it special facets of spiciness, and also very, very interesting development to it. The base is quite woody and leathery, and also vanilla and the patchouli in here. So the woods are quite clean, I would say. See the sandalwood combination, although there is a little bit of oud in the base. But to be honest with you, if they didn't mention the oud, I wouldn't say this is a particularly oudy fragrance. Although there is a warmth in the base, and there is a gooiness, and also that resin feel in the base, yes, but it's not a super big player. It's mainly a supportive role, and it's mainly in the background, but you can feel it from time to time. So yes, there is an woody aspect to this fragrance, but it's not a big player. But overall, it's very, very woody in the base, which is like cedar sandalwood, and it's also a little bit of that woodiness to it as well. And also the patchouli here giving it a little bit of that complexity, little bit of chocolatiness, little bit of darkness, little bit of earthiness in here. Overall, this fragrance is quite camphorous, it's quite leafy, it's quite earthy as well, which is very, very nice, and it's giving it a little bit of darkness in here. As I said, this is semi-fresh to semi-dark, so it is not a super dark, but it is a little bit of darkness in the base overall. So let me read you the ingredients, and we'll take it from there. On top we have mandarin orange and saffron. In the base, in the main we have orange blossom, oud, and tulip. And in the base we have patchouli and vanilla. So the things I mentioned, I'm smelling myself. They're not mentioning it in the note breakdown. Don't forget, majority of the times they don't give you the whole picture. They give you just some of the notes they want you to smell, or they know you are going to most likely to smell, to protect their basically to protect their formulation, which these days doesn't make any sense, because there are machines that you can analyze the perfume and you can get exactly what's in the perfume, how much of the ingredients are in the perfume, and so on and so forth. But nevertheless, this is traditionally what they do to keep their formulation close to their chest. They don't disclose everything they put in the perfume. But to me, for my nose, this is what I smell. I definitely smell a big white florals, which is coming from the the tuberose and also orange blossom, which they are mentioning, and also the jasmine. So the oud in here, as I said, is quite clean. Tulip, forget about it. It's just an imaginary note or imaginary accord in here. Patchouli, yes. Vanilla, yes. Vanilla in here, giving it that sweetness from the beginning to the end. Is quite sweet. It opens up like 7 to 8 in terms of sweetness, which is 10 being the sweetest. Later on subside point or two, but the sweetness always stay there till the end. But he's always having that sweet and sour, or sweet and bitterness, a little bit of that in here as well overall, because of those other notes in here. So if you like it spicy, if you like it white floral dominant, if you like it woody, if you like it a little bit oudiness, if you like it leathery, especially the leather in here is a very well done leather. It's very realistic. It's quite on the rugged side, a little bit on the dark side, a little bit on the hint of just animalicness, as I said, very small amount, and also a hint of andolicness, which is coming from the white florals. Overall, I highly recommend this fragrance. It's very well done, very well put together. The people who put this perfume together, they know exactly what they're doing. They are very high knowledge of perfumery, because when you smell it, you smell construction, you smell know-how, you smell knowledge. So you know people who put this together, they are expert in this field. And also the ingredients for the price is very good. It smells quite natural to my nose, which is quite crazy for this price point. So there are two fragrances that this one reminds me of to some extent, exactly not one-to-one to it. One of them which I haven't smelled, but the people are mentioning that, which is Maison Crevelli, which is a niche perfume and it's quite expensive. And it's called Hibiscus Mahajad. So Hibiscus Mahajad from Maison Crevelli, they say this one is inspired by it. Again, I never smelled that perfume myself, so I don't know how close they are, but on its own, this is a beautiful perfume. And the other perfume, which this one reminds me to some extent, again, not one-to-one, it's not 100% copy or inspired by it, but to some extent reminds me of it, is Black Opium by YSL, the original. Okay, because of the white florals and also the spiciness of this fragrance, it reminds me of that fragrance quite a bit. So just to put you in the right direction, how it smells overall, just give you a mental picture. But again, it's not a copy or a one-to-one to any of those. Okay, guys, so overall, I highly recommend it. In terms of performance, very good. In terms of ratio for what I paid and what I got is very good. In terms of smells, great. In terms of perfumery, very good perfumery in here. In terms of ingredients, very good ingredients for the price. And overall, it smells great. It smells very opulent, smells delicious. It smells very something that is a classy person will wear easily, because this one could be easily dressed up with in a special occasion or special ceremony. Okay, guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your shares, thank you for your comments, thank you for your subscription, which is free, by the way. If you are already subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do so. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps this channel to survive for future. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that gives them the huge personality, very big, very massive, long lasting, and they are very artistic and unique. They are like time capsule. They take you different places, different time, and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. Also, there are many other reviewers reviewed my perfumes. If you are interested, you can go and check them out and see what they say. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.